I don't know what this fabric is. It's huge. I just got shoe polish on it because my shoe polish bottle's leaking, so we're going to experiment with that first. But I want to experiment with some things on this fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this strip because I've gotten shoe polish on already, so we'll do that first. And I want to try some different things on it because, like I said, I have a huge roll of it. A friend of ours is a textile chemist, and so she gets different fabrics from all different companies, and some of them send her little pieces and some of them send her giant rolls. So she had given me this. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a cotton. It's some kind of a blend. It's got a little bit of a stretch to it, and it's pretty thick. I mean, it's not... So I am going to dump some of that on there. I got some handy dandy napkins to clean off. This is all my napkin poop. So I can clean this off because this has apparently been leaking for some time. Dump that out. And I want to see, oh look, it went right through. I want to see how it dyes, how it paints. I have some ideas for this fabric. Okay, and I want to know what it's going to do. So, you know, it took this in, even though it's still not dried. It's not quite giving it up. I guess you could use a heat gun to see. Okay, but I'm not going to be too worried about that right now. So this is damp, but it's not wet. It is damp. I'm sorry, my children are yelling at each other in the other room because they're both tired. And it was really hot today, so for the most part they were stuck inside together all day. I didn't want them outside today. We had threats of storms and everything else. The next thing I am going to try is delusions spray. And I am just going to give it one squirt or two. And it went through. It did go through. I'm sure, you know, everything. I'm sure just about everything is going to go through. I mean, I'm not so fascinated with that, but that creates pretty cool design. This would be cool to spray through onto paper and then use the fabric for something, you know. I don't care what the wash, I don't care if it washes out. It's not like I'm going to be using this for projects that are, you know, going to be washed and worn or used in that manner. So it does handle the spray, and the last test that I wanted to do before I got onto paint is inking, and I'll use, let's find a color. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing my inks. Let's try blue. Is this, yep, I grabbed blue. Can you believe that? First time. Alright. Ooh, it looks nice. You can't see it that well, but if you tacked it down, you could color it with dye. And, you know, I can go over my sprays, go over my polish. I don't know what it would do in a dip, like if I tea dyed it. So what I would probably do is make... Quiet, please. Quiet. Sorry. I would probably make a... Okay, so I can write on it too. A spray of really strong instant coffee, and I would do it that way. But I don't think I would dip the fabric. Now, you know, some of you might be like, well, why is she doing all this? This is stupid. But let me tell you something. I have not experimented enough with fabric. I sewed for a short period of time, and now I've lost more than I remember. So, you know, I want to experiment with fabric in a way that can be used in mixed media. Some of you might already have this knowledge and might already have this experience of what you can do with the fabric and what will happen. This would be cool too, to do over paper, because the paint, this is a thin paint, you know, so it's going right through. But I'm not familiar with the lengths you can go through when adding mediums to fabric, so that is why I thought we'd go on an adventure together and see if you did this over paper too. It would look pretty cool. I have one more test I want to try, and this is gonna be awesome. So I didn't think I'd have enough time to do it on here because it's almost bedtime. As you can see here, the zoo has officially reached a point of insanity out there. So I'm going to move this over, and I am going to get myself set up. I know the suspense is killing you. I know. Trust me, it's killing me too. Oh no. Did I organize and move put my jelly plate somewhere else? Because I had it in this box. No, it's down at the bottom. Alright. I want to try using my jelly plate. Okay. No, I don't care. You can judge me for my weirdness, but that's fine. Ooh, I still have yummy crusties on here from the last time. And I have yummy crusties on here. I want to try, I'm going to go easy. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to do something simple. My brayer, we won't use the blue. We'll try something different. We'll try, let's try dark purple. Nope, that one's not open. Let's try dark purple, that's open. Martha Stewart chalk paint. This is nice. This stuff is nice. Okay, let's go like this. And let me get my art journal ready so that I can quickly stamp off the cool texture that's going to come out. Oh. Okay. I want it spread thin because this is fabric and it's going to bleed through, so I do want this spread pretty thin on the plate. Wipe off. I'm just using my drop paper to wipe this off. Okay. I am going to keep it folded so that I can, so that I don't get my hands completely covered. This might be a good glove project. I hate gloves, so I won't wear them because I am a big fat loser pants. But let's see. Okay. The jelly plate, maybe it's because I put it on so thin, it's not really leaking through at all. Okay. Let's see. The jelly plate was kind of light, but it did create a cool texture. Let's hurry up and catch this. I don't know if that metallic gunk is going to come off nicely, but it did make some nice texture in there. Okay. So on here, it was pretty light. See that? But not impossible. Not impossible. So we're going to try something else with the jelly plate. Let's go with green. Okay. This is a thinner paint. That chalk paint was pretty thick, and this might be, I'm a little bit heavier. Whoop, sorry, I'm out of frame. I'm a little bit heavier with my paint. So maybe this would be more likely to do what I'm thinking in my brain. If I can't jelly print on it, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I at least want to be able to color it. And the fact that I can paint on it and dye it, the only thing I don't have out to try that I was considering was my alcohol inks, but I'm sure that those will color it. I mean, everything else colored it, so let's grab this. Now, let's see what I've got here. Let's try this on here and put that down. Okay. Let's see. That's cool. So you can stencil. It's just light. It's just lighter than normal. Pick up whatever else wants to come out of here. Again, I'm sorry for the background noise. Being quiet is just not something that happens come this time of night in my house. Alright. Take this off like so. Put it right in here and close the book. And I'm going to pick this piece. I'm just squishing my book. I'm squishing my stencil. A little bit came off. Not much. I am going to use some color, or maybe just another page. Maybe just another page. Let's see. Crapper. Alright. I mean, like I said, I have a roll of this stuff. It is giant. I mean, I couldn't even begin to guess how many yards. I'm going to guess over 100 yards of it. I mean, maybe even 2. There's a lot there. Do I have... Ooh, guess what? I have school papers over here that I can use. So I can take that green. Let me see if I can pick any of it up. But this works because I can get pulls for paper and fabric at the same time. Let's grab a dark color to pick the rest of this crap up with. Really gloop it. Ready to get gloopy? Woo! Woo! Oh, no, not this one. That's that. That one's garbage. Just dark blue. Whoop, bubbles. I got that Ceram coat at Joann's on clearance, and oh my god, I know why it was clearance. Stuff is like chunks, like vomit chunks. Yummy, right? Blue vomit chunks. Only people with children would understand that. Although I haven't yet. I haven't dealt with blue vomit chunks. Knock on wood. Alright, let's get this. Okay. And really press this down so that it'll pull up the whatever I've got left. I am pretty pleased. I'm pretty satisfied with the ability to stencil. I can paint. You know, it might be tricky. Might be on the tricky side to really paint it, but like I said, I can tape the sides of it down, and I can, you know, woo, blue, and pick the rest of it up in my book. I'm gonna have to take my jelly plate in Actually, maybe I'll use the technique I'd seen. I think her name is Robin. Oh boy, I can't remember her last name right now. And I can use some tape. She uses tape and then makes it into art with the tape. But this is metallic. I don't think it's going to do what I want it to do. Well, it's a start, you know. It is a start. So let's go over what we did. Paintbrush, shoe polish, plain jelly plate over here, delusion sprays, distress ink, marker obviously is going to work, and stencil on the jelly plate. So that's my experiment tonight that I'm going to do with the fabric, and that's as far as I'm going to go for right now. But since I know this can happen, we'll be doing some fabric painting videos here, because I have a project. It's not like a major project, but it's a cool project that I have in mind, and I want some really cool colored fabric. And this stuff dried quick, it looks nice, you know, it feels nice, it's not crunchy feeling, and I do think that the possibilities with this particular fabric that won't work in a cotton fabric setting will work for my project idea, which involves tearing it into strips. So painting, I don't know if I could use a credit card unless I taped it down, but let's see. Grab this right here. No, you still can. Just gotta, you know, hold it. And the stretch, it doesn't go very far. It goes farther on a paintbrush, I think. Let's see. So you can color. You can do some coloring. And I would definitely put paper underneath it so that I could add some texture. I'd probably use some jelly prints I already have that just need some stenciling done. See? Beautiful. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do this. We're going to do some stuff and some things. But for right now, we are going to get the kids in bed so that Mama can have 14 seconds to breathe. I love you all. Ta-ta for now.